As of 2021, CDTC has created a new series of electronic forms for the Transportation Improvement Program solicitation. On CDTC's website, navigate to the 2022 through 2027 TIP Update page and select which application type you need. For this solicitation, CDTC has created 6 different variations of the application: roadways, bridges, bicycle facilities, pedestrian facilities, safety projects, and other project types. While these applications are similar in style and largely contain the same questions, there are unique questions for each category. In most cases, one asset should be submitted per application. However, several project applications may be bundled into a single federal aid project. For example, a sponsor may submit several separate road applications and request that all of them be combined to form a single project proposal. For this demonstration, we'll look specifically at the roadways electronic form. The application is divided into 6 sections lettered A through F: new visions and certifications, sponsor information, project data, cost estimate and funding, project priority and timing, and submission. In Part A, a sponsor will be asked to explain how their project relates to New Visions 2050, the Regional Long-Range Transportation Plan. This field, like many in the application, is marked with a red star to indicate that it is a mandatory question. The form will automatically notify you if you accidentally miss a mandatory question. Continuing to the next page, sponsors will be asked to confirm that their project is federal aid eligible, that they agree to have their project evaluated, that the project will follow NYSDOT administration and management guidance, and that the project will be completed as described in the application. Part B of the application asks for basic sponsor information, including whether there is a joint sponsor and contact information. If you have cookies turned on, you may be able to autofill this part of the form. The email address at the bottom will be used at the end of the form to provide you with a copy of your submitted application and can be used to save and resume the application at any time. Part C asks for information about the project, including the name, whether it will be bundled with other applications, and confirming maintenance responsibilities. A letter of support is required if a sponsor does not own the roadway where a project is proposed in the application. When attaching files in the application, there is a note related to the upload box indicating the maximum file size. If a file exceeds that limit, please email CDTC. Next, the application asks for the roadway's location, including starting and ending intersecting roadways. In the project purpose and description section, sponsors are asked to describe why the project is needed and how that need was identified, before detailing the overall scope of work. If the project is related to a previous TIP project, that should be noted here. Next, sponsors need to provide additional details about the project. What is the pavement condition? And what is the AADT, if known? The next series of questions are conditional. If a project will not involve the topic listed, for example, in this example, right-of-way, then there is no need to provide additional information. Here, the only relevant topic is operations-based, and I have identified how the project will impact operations along the roadway. The roadway cross-section and characteristics page delves more deeply into the details proposed by a project. Not every field is required, but sponsors should provide as much information as they have available in order for this information to be used for merit and benefit scoring. In the example shown here, I included all of the relevant existing roadway condition information, including pavement width and roadway configuration. In the proposed cross-section chart, I only identified items which will change with the project. The pavement width here will not change, so I did not include it, but the lane configuration will, so it is included. The same applies for pedestrian and bicycle facilities. I only note the features which exist, and then what will be changed as a part of the project. Bicycle, pedestrian, and transit facilities are all conditional. If you are not proposing any of these facilities, then the chart will remain hidden, allowing you to bypass that information, as seen here with the transit facilities in this example. This page specifically is the most different between application types in order to best highlight the information CDTC collects as a part of the application process. For example, the bridge application will delve into questions that specifically relate to bridge elements, as opposed to questions that might relate to intersection design. Additional project information, on the other hand, is more uniform between applications. This is a series of questions that asks about the origins of a project, including whether there are associated studies or plans, and questions to help CDTC evaluate a project's merit and benefit. Similar to previous sections, many of the questions are conditional, allowing them to be bypassed if they aren't relevant to a sponsor. This page will also delve into some final project details that may not have been identified on previous pages, mostly in the form of checklists. In the event that you realized you omitted information that could be included on previous pages, don't worry, you can always go back. Part D asks for sponsors to confirm that they understand the costs and estimates associated with the TIP project, and then to write out these costs, which are then automatically added. Sponsors must identify the source of the cost estimate as well. In the funding proposal section, sponsors are asked to identify the source of the funds for the project, which are also automatically added. Please make sure that the total project cost under each heading matches. In this example, my estimated project cost is $1,200,000 and matches in both sections. Part E asks for sponsor priority and timing. If you are submitting multiple projects, please take the time to rank your projects according to their importance to you. Then, identify when your project will start preliminary design and preferred construction year. Finally, in Part F, please attach a signed letter committing to the project. As with previous upload sections, there is a note related to the upload box indicating the maximum file size. If a file exceeds that limit, please email CDTC. Sponsors can then print their form or, via the print screen, save it as a PDF. Submitting the form will also send a completed copy of your application to you and to CDTC to begin evaluating. And that's it! You've completed your TIP application.